completely understands what's going on, and he will be contributing today using his hands, 1 finger for yes, and 2 fingers for no. And we're just going to get a couple of things really straight. First, Aaron, do you want to be here today to tell your story? Okay, and Aaron, have I discussed with you any questions or how you should answer today? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Okay. Aaron used to go to Twin Peaks. He's an alumni. So he sat right on this gym and played basketball and wrestled right where you guys are sitting. So he's very happy to be back here today. Aaron went to Poway High School as well. And Aaron, when you were in high school, did you use drugs? 1 for yes, 2 for no? Like Vicodin, Somas? That's definitely a yes. Alcohol? Real high, please. And close your hand. Marijuana? Yes. And did a lot of your friends use drugs and party as well, Aaron? 1 for yes, 2 for no? Yes. And when you were in high school, did you think that it was all fun about partying and experimenting with drugs? 1 for yes, 2 for no? Yes. Did you ever think anything bad would happen to you? 1 for yes, 2 for no? Because of partying and using drugs? No. Was there a time, Aaron, that you wanted to stop taking pills and drinking and partying? 1 for yes, 2 for no? Yes. And did you think you could stop when you wanted to? And could you stop when you wanted to, Aaron? Aaron went to several inpatient and outpatient rehabilitation centers. He went to counselors, therapists, psychologists. He wanted to stop using prescription pills and alcohol and everything that was holding him hostage and not moving forward. Is that why you're here today, Aaron? To tell the kids how difficult it is to stop? Yes. He really wants you guys to know that if you choose the path of alcohol, marijuana, and drugs, that it is a very, very tragic path. Your life will be either tragic by becoming an addict for the rest of your life and making life very, very difficult for yourself, your family, and your bodies and your mind. Or you can die from an overdose, or you can end up with the challenges that Aaron has today, because sometimes you don't die. And like Agent Aaron said, life is hard enough. We don't need to give ourselves any more problems than we already have to deal with on a daily basis and what we normally have to go through growing up. And Aaron, when you were in school and in high school, did you have hopes and dreams of all the things you wanted to accomplish? Okay. Can you accomplish those same dreams today, Aaron? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Is it too late for anyone in this auditorium to follow their dreams? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Raise it high. Can they follow those dreams if they do drugs and alcohol, Aaron? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Is it okay, Aaron, if I share some of your thoughts about addiction and drug abuse that you wrote in your journals? Can I share? These are some of the things that Aaron wrote in his rehab journals. Okay, this is Aaron's thoughts on what he was struggling struggling with, and addiction. Alcohol and drugs first began as a social habit for the weekends, after football games, and special events. I did stupid and insane things when I was loaded. I am sick. I can't even stop taking pills even after detox. All my behavior while drinking and using was out of control. Accidents, self-inflicted injury, and emotional distress. My life was not a life, but a roller coaster of pain, shame, sadness, and depression. I just want to feel normal. I was ashamed of the life I was leading. I am in a mental fog. I don't know what's going on. I am not me. I am heavily using and losing myself. Instead of being at family events, I was using or coming down from using from the night before. Instead of work, I would go to my friends and use. It was a sad, sorry, unproductive life. I am unable to be successful in life. I am unable to beat this addiction. That's just some of the thoughts that Aaron had in his journals, and it really, really describes in its own words how difficult and how all-consuming that the drugs were. Kind of like what Agent Aaron said again, like a slave. He couldn't make his own decisions. The drugs had taken over all of his choices, all of his life. That's all he thought about, even when he wanted to not use them. Another thing that Aaron wants to let you know about is that, Aaron, when you were using in high school, the kids that you used with, your friends that you used with, did you think they would always have your back, Aaron? One for yes, no, in high school. Did you think they would help you if anything went wrong for you? Did you think that they would help you, Aaron? Aaron, when you overdosed, were you at a friend's house? One for yes, two for no. Were their parents home, Aaron? Can you raise it high? Were their parents there? Raise your hand. Were their parents home? Thumbs up if the parents were home. Put your hand. Aaron, look at your hand. Were the parents home? Yes. Okay. Did your friend or their parents call 911? One for yes, two for no. No. So it's really important that you understand that if you're with people that are doing drugs and partying, they're not going to help you. They're going to think about themselves. What happens when 911 gets called is police come, ambulance come, and all kinds of first responders come. Well, the parents knew that their son had drugs that he had purchased in Tijuana at the house. So they didn't call 911. The mom, in her own words, took ice out of their freezer and threw it on Aaron. She beat him with her hands on his chest while he was blue. Then they used his cell phone and called the pharmacy where their son had bought the drugs in Tijuana. Then they called a friend who was an EMT, and the EMT said, call 911. They still didn't call 911. Then there was no breath coming out of Aaron, and they didn't want a dead body in their house. So the father and son drugged him to the car, put him in the back seat, and took him to Colorado Hospital. And when they arrived, when the doctors asked, what's wrong with him, why is he like this, they said they had no idea. So they wasted about 38 minutes from the cell phone records and things like that, as a guesstimate, of air that Aaron could have got when they called 911. And amazingly, Aaron survived like this. We were planning his funeral, and he must have heard us because he opened his eyes. But you can only imagine coming back from being dead. When we walked in, the doctor said, we're sorry, you're going to lose your son today. So if he would have gotten help, he would have been much more improved But you know what? Sometimes what we have planned for ourselves is not what we think is going to happen in this life. But you guys can be in control of how much of it that we can be by making the choices that you make. And Aaron and I and his family and everyone else that has been affected by drug and prescription pill abuse want you guys to have a great life. Want you to have everything, all of your dreams, everything you possibly can have. A wonderful life. That's why we're here today. And we would like you to remember Aaron and think about that choice that you have. You're going to have to make several times throughout your life. And remember, it's too late for Aaron, but it's not too late for you. Okay?